Have you ever dropped something fragile? Imagine watching a beautiful vase slip from your fingers. It hits the floor and shatters so completely that all the glue in the world could never put the pieces back together. Thousands of years ago, a prophet named Jeremiah received a very specific instruction from God. He was told to go find a potter and buy a pristine, perfect clay jar, but he wasn't keeping it for himself. Jeremiah gathered the elders and leaders of Jerusalem and led them out of the city gates. They walked down into a specific rocky valley nearby. Jeremiah led them into the valley to show them exactly what was coming. He wanted the leaders to understand that their choices had created a situation they could no longer ignore. The problem was severe. The people of Jerusalem had stopped listening to God. They started bowing down to fake idols, and worse, they were actively hurting innocent people in their community. God decided to send a warning. The message needed to be so clear and so shocking that the leaders standing in that valley would never forget it. God takes our actions seriously. He doesn't look the other way when we make harmful choices, because he cares deeply about how we treat each other. So, standing in front of the leaders, Jeremiah lifts the beautiful clay jar he just bought and shatters it against the hard stone. He tells them the harsh truth. Just like this shattered jar can never be repaired, their ongoing cruelty and stubbornness will permanently ruin their city. People rarely like being told they are wrong. These leaders reacted with intense, fiery anger. Telling the truth comes with a cost. A prominent official named Pashur immediately has Jeremiah beaten and locked away in wooden stocks near the temple gates. It was a painful, public, and humiliating timeout. Jeremiah hits rock bottom. Sitting there, he is mocked by everyone who walks by.
He feels completely alone, and he decides right then and there to quit speaking for God. But as he sits in the silence, trying to hold his tongue, he realizes something surprising. He actually can't stay quiet. He describes the truth inside him as a fire shut up in my bones. It's a conviction so bright and hot that he becomes exhausted just trying to hold it in. Even when the people around him are mean, the truth burning inside is stronger than fear. He realizes God is standing beside him like a mighty warrior, giving him strength to keep going. Time passes, and the warnings catch up to them. King Zedekiah is now in deep trouble. The massive army of Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, is outside the city walls, preparing to attack. Desperate, the king sends messengers to Jeremiah. He asks for a miracle, hoping God will step in and just make this massive problem magically disappear. But God doesn't offer an easy escape. The answer Jeremiah delivers is tough. God is not going to bail them out. In fact, God is actively fighting against their cruelty and stubbornness. God sets a final choice before the people, the dark way of ruin or the bright way of life. But to survive, they must walk out of the city, surrender to the Babylonians, and accept the consequences of their actions. True safety doesn't come from hiding behind strong walls or running away from your mistakes. It comes from taking responsibility and choosing to do what God asks, even when it's incredibly hard. Rather than looking for miracles, God tells the royal leaders exactly what they should have been doing all along. He demands justice. And God's version of justice is very simple. It means rescuing people who are being bullied or robbed and making the conscious choice to be fair and kind every single morning. That ancient message is just as true today. How we treat each other, especially people who are vulnerable, matters deeply to God. Our choices carry weight, but when God asks us to do a hard job, like standing up for what's right, even when it's unpopular, He doesn't leave us alone. He gives us the courage of a mighty warrior and a steady fire inside to see it grow.